So I've come here to Valencia in Spain to try and get back to the beginning. And there's a few different events which all seem to be sort of pulling me back here. The first one is I actually got married here in Spain. I got married on a beach just over there on the Spanish island of Ibiza back in 2012. And I've not been back to Spain since then. I used to come every year, me and my wife would be here. And yeah, we've not been here at all in the last 7 years. So I felt it was fitting that I was being pulled back here for these other events. Now, the second thing that's brought me here is I'm going to do a weekend of ayahuasca ceremonies with a shaman called Wheeler. Now, Wheeler is a bit of a rock star in the ayahuasca community. He was a shaman at Temple of the Way of Light. He was a head shaman at Pulse Tours, head shaman at Arcana. He's done some work with Soltara. He's very, very sort of popular, very friendly, very humble guy. And he was one of the first voices that I ever heard when I started investigating ayahuasca. When I first heard about ayahuasca, and I was looking up some stuff on YouTube to try and find out more about it, and I came across some ecros which just blew me away, and it was Wheeler. It was Wheeler singing. And when I heard that singing, I thought, wherever this guy is, I have got to be there. And pretty shortly after that, I booked my first ever trip to Peru, which was with Pulse Tours in the Amazon jungle, where Wheeler was the head shaman. And it was just an amazing time, and I'll put a link somewhere up here to one of the ceremonies that had it. It really just opened my eyes as to what ayahuasca could do for me. So when I heard that Wheeler was coming here to Europe, I jumped at the chance, because one of the big problems I have with ayahuasca is that you have to do all this traveling to go to South America. And don't get me wrong, it's worth doing that traveling, because I absolutely love these traditional Shipibo ceremonies. They really just call to my soul like no other ceremony does. So if I can get that traditional Shipibo ceremony without having to do all that flying, all that traveling to South America, that would be the perfect thing for me. So I've got a lot of high hopes for these ceremonies. I'm really looking forward to seeing Wheeler again. It's been a couple of years since I've seen him. And I think with ayahuasca, you always have that kind of thing where like the first shaman that really kind of like, that you have those profound experiences with, you kind of bond with them. They'll always have like a special place in your heart. And that's how I feel towards Wheeler. He was the shaman that, for me, he was my first shaman. Although technically he wasn't my first shaman, it was the first shaman where I felt was the full ayahuasca experience with him. So yeah, I'm kind of feel like, there's a place in my heart for Wheeler, and I'm really looking forward to seeing him again. And it's kind of feeling like a bit like going to be catching up with old friends. So yeah, I'm feeling really positive about it. So the final event that I'm looking to get some kind of closure on is a trauma that I had from my childhood, when my mother committed suicide when I was about 3 years old. And I don't remember anything of this event, and I don't remember anything of my mother. And I always felt that this was a kind of a source of strength, that it was a positive thing, that I didn't remember anything, and I was fine and it wasn't bothering me. But as I've got further and further into my adult life, I've just got this feeling that I missed out on something. I missed out on not only receiving love from my mother, but also giving love to my mother. Children want to give love to the parents. I see it in my own children. And I just feel like there's there's something missing there. But also, I don't want to go necessarily like digging something up that might not be there. I guess I'm just full of questions. Like, is this something that's holding me back? Is this something that's stopping me from being the best person I can be, or stopping me from being as happy as I can be? I just want these kind of questions put to bed. And if the answer is no, you're fine, then that's okay. But I've just got all these doubts just swirling around that I just want to get to some kind of closure on. And I think the thing with this particular event, when you talk about the suicide of a parent at a young age, if there was any other person, if it was me talking to somebody else and they said, yeah, my mum committed suicide and no, I've got these feelings of unhappiness, and I would say, yeah, it's probably that. It's textbook stuff that, yeah, that kind of childhood trauma is going to cause you problems. So why I think I would be immune to it and that it's just completely skipped me by, I don't know, it doesn't, the more I think about it, the less it makes sense. So I'm looking to ayahuasca to help me get to some kind of conclusion here, just to know, is this something that's holding me back? And if it's not, then I can move on. And if it is, then I can deal with it. And I want to deal with it. You know, I feel like this is something I've been avoiding all my life. This is just like a mountain that's just been like casting a shadow over my entire life. And now I'm at a place where I feel like I'm ready to face that mountain. You know, if this is going to be a weekend of absolute hell because I've got to try and come to terms with some darkness from my mother's suicide, so be it. I'm ready for that. But if there's nothing there at all, then let's move past it. But at the moment, it's just overwhelming with sort of doubts and sort of, is it this, is it that, am I, aren't I? And I just want it put to bed. So that's what I'm looking to do. That's my intention for this weekend. My intention is very simple. Am I missing out? Am I as happy as I can be? And yeah, I'm feeling really positive going in. I'm really looking forward to seeing Wheeler, really looking forward to seeing Tamara. I feel good about this weekend, and yeah, I'm ready to face some tough times if that's what needs be. So let's do this.